Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
He really does have it all. Up he goes! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Indonesia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Dembele. Dembele is onto this. Quality ball. Atalanta do have a chance to counter here. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Now he's off and running. No, he's not getting past him there.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pass is just off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Looks to the other side. Oh, such a clever touch. Foot in. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Serginho. And here's Bergkamp. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Deftly away. Nesta. Atalanta trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And he shoots! They've done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Corner number 2 then. Tries to get it clear. Ronaldinho. Played out wide. Bale. Hoisted in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And he cuts out the supply. Bale.
There will be 1 minute added
He
time.
had to make that, and he did make it. Cleared without complication. And the first half is done. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Indonesia really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And the game has already resumed here. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. James is looking to influence the game from out wide. Vieira.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Šeško can be a real threat inside the box. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. James proves just a little bit too strong. Serginho, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Hullet. The muscular approach does pay off here. Almost an hour gone. Now it's Bale. Massaro being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
That's really well manoeuvred. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That is good alertness. Serginho. Now it's Bergkamp. Oh, that is a nice touch. Bale, who's set up one goal so far. Serginho. Now, can they get him away? Nesta spots it and intercepts. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Bale looking to hit the byline here. And they've got rid. And he's quick to snatch it back. Hullet. And he's there to get it away. They get a throw in.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on to replace him is number 79, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Makaleli plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Indonesia have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And he's quick to get it clear again. He's had it taken off him. Pedro Neto. Oh, well measured. Bale gets flagged offside.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Dembele. Coming on the field is number 22, Donadoni.
Atalanta making another change here. Oh, easy pickings there. Donadoni. Donadoni will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, that's a key interception. Cristiano Ronaldo. Indonesia finding their passes. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Some good work on the right flank here. Can he latch on to this? No, that's been intercepted. He's not got that quite right. Over to the left. Great run on the overlap here. Pedro Neto. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Tries a shot! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 21.
Indonesia complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Ronaldo with the foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Nesta. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And this is Bale. Donadoni. He has found the way through. And the finish! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Indonesia have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by
Just
any
a quick
measure.
announcement, it is now time for our
Rijkaard
special lottery.
taking in the
Please grab
accolades,
the
having
tickets you
been
were given
named
when you
man
were
of the
walking through
match,
the gates.
and deservedly so. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launch pad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
Now, he's got space here, and that's put paid to a promising move. Now, can they get him away? And that is expertly dealt with. Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Forlan. Oh, it's Dembele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he latch on to this? Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Floated through. Donnarumma tries to clear. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Played out wide. He is starved of space and time. And that pass just didn't quite work. And it's Zanetti. That is a brilliant interception. Indonesia are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Dembele. Dembele carries the ball down the right. It's Bergkamp! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Forlan.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Oh, super find. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's neat. And this is Bergkamp. Zola, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Neymar. And this is Forlan. He's had a shot! In for the pieces! There it is! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Indonesia have fired themselves in. It's a mighty effort! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against. Indonesia truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Serginho going full tilt down the left. Zola. And it's lofted through here. He's found some space. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Just 5 minutes left until the break. It's a good foot in there. Rijkaard is the guilty party there. Neymar. And he's picked it up out wide. Ball is over the line. Maldini. Now he's off and running. And that could set him on his way. Tonali.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now Saliba. Xavi Alonso. Can he get on the end of this? Zola. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's in a good position here. Real chance! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of... And that'll be the final action of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal.
But could be danger here. And a shot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. And he draws the sweetest of pictures.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Shoots! Oh, taken with style. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So is this the start of a comeback? Indonesia finding their passes. That pass has been well intercepted. Chiellini eases the ball away from him. Now that's well seen too. Forlan. That's an imaginative pass. It's out for a goal kick. Xabi Alonso gathers from the goal kick. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. And this is Zola. Xabi Alonso. Serginho. Massaro. And it's Serginho. Played in deep.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Zola. Foot in. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Zola. He's on it. Can he get away? Gives it back. Saliba. Bergkamp wins the duel this time. Great ball if he can get there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Xabi Alonso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Forlan. Well read, nice interception. Serginho. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Bergkamp. Oh, it's come loose. Zola. That's Forlan. Played back in. Xabi Alonso gets over and intercepts. Bergkamp receives it in a good position here. Xabi Alonso. And it's Forlan. Beraldo. Forlan. It's Xabi Alonso. Zola. Neither of these two want to come off second best. In with the challenge. Nicely weighted ball. And that's a good ball.
Forlan really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Up he goes! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the
Shapes to shoot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Number 8, Neymar. Number 14,
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Applies the finish!
Number 7, Raul.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Isco.
Indonesia has the chance to go the other way.
Makalele. Substitution.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That has been cut short. And here's Bale. Beraldo spots it and intercepts. Makalele, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a little off target. And here's Bergkamp. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Oh, perfectly measured that. Forlan, and he welcomes it in. Shot at goal! No mistake! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of it, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Tunisia grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And that's that. Indonesia have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Well, we're on the way.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner down there, Peter, we can't ignore Gabriel Batistuta, or Batigo, as he's become known.
Nobody would ignore him.
He has all the attributes, Peter, and the list is too long for me to mention them now. I'll settle on lethal.
He'll try to keep this alive. Oh, what has happened here? And a chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Chance, surely! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Indonesia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Belletti. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's run loose here. Oh, shot at goal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Bergkamp is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Oh, what a ball! Zanetti. And Fermin. Xavi Alonso. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mohamed Salah. And it's Xavi Alonso. Rashford. Rashford will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's looking wide. That's tidy. Xavi Alonso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Batistuta is onto this. Zanetti receives it in a wide position. Big header! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And now he has two. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Dembele. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's the keeper's ball. Xavi Alonso, and it's Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Barcelona are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Batistuta. Rijkaard. Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Massaro. Knocks it into space. Great ball, and he's in here. Serginho unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. The less said about that pass, the better. Chiellini clears. Indonesia are still behind as we reach out for half-time. He's in a great position here. Shapes to shoot! Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And he was quick to react. Rashford is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Oh no, that was never going to make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's shifting through the gears here. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Rijkaard. Lopez. Now this could... Real chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que depositen sus desperdicios en las papeleras que hay instaladas en varios puntos del estadio.
Here we go again then.
Indonesia really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Mohamed Salah. Massaro. Mohamed Salah. Maldini cuts it out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Not the most accurate pass. Massaro. And this is Bergkamp. Fermin. Rijkaard. Fermin. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Chance! It's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Indonesia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So is this the start of a comeback? And it's Xabi Alonso. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Now it's Lopez, played out wide. Oh, that's a key interception.
Indonesia have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Massaro tries a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish right from the top draw!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Indonesia get themselves back into contention.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Over to the left.
Indonesia may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Zanetti. So what can they make of this? Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Zanetti, cross in, looks like a good one. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Fermin gets a foot in here, and he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Salah. Now it's Lopez. Dembele.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for the run. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Brilliantly cut out. Pass somewhat off target. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Otto. Now, can they get him away? Nice control. Cross needs to be good. Defending of the desperate variety.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Rashford. Rijkaard. And it's Lopez. Fermin has created one goal already. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're quick to get it back. Played into space. Dink through.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's an excellent interception. Not too much. And that is as far as it goes. Indonesia perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Thailand.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility and his adaptability.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's the way he's developed a more expansive front-footed game over the years. That's highly impressive.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Alonso! Alonso, he's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Davids. And it's Bellingham. Griezmann. Can he spark a counter here? Carvajal. Davids does well to get it back. It's a pretty loose pass. Adams. And it's Jordi Alba. Tries to play it through. Aubameyang providing an outlet on that flank. Chiellini tries to clear. Back in once more. And that has been cleared. Lee Kang-in. And it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Adams spots it and intercepts. Grealish goes on a run down the left wing. Rijkaard. Griezmann. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And claimed it back swiftly.
Might want to be careful there.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. It's Aubameyang. Xabi Alonso cuts out the pass. Pass somewhat off target. Carvajal is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Indonesia really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Now it's Aubameyang. There's the shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Aubameyang really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
He's on it, can he get away? Great vision. Grealish. Out of play for a goal kick. Adams. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. That has not gone well. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Villa, engages and forces him off the ball. Now, can they get him away? That's been slipped through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Aubameyang. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Davids.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dunk. Rijkaard. Carvajal. Now it's Villa. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Jordi Alba. Oh, that's neat. Zanetti deals with that comfortably. That has ended up in no man's land. Chiellini. Grealish. Looking to play him in. Zanetti. And it's made its way to him. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Indonesia certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a fine interception. Van Balten gets good distance on it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Can he get on the end of this? And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Please turn
How's the
your
first half
attention to
compared
the
with your
screen for
expectation?
information
Well,
provided
I think
by
despite the
local police.
scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So neither side has yet broken through. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Dunk.
Indonesia have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Aubameyang. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Lee Kang-in can so cleverly bypass the press. Donadoni receives it in a good position here. Thailand needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Greenish wins the duel this time. Greenish did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now can he... David Villa!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Greenish. Greenish going face-to-face with his great rival. Passes short and sharp. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. That ball looks a good one. It's a promising position. And reclaimed it in... He's had a shot! Cleared without complication. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And no, that was never going to make it. Threads one in. Lee Kang-in, unable to make... Oh, they could be caught out here! Oh, what has happened here? And he's quick to get it clear again.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 20, El Haj Diouf. Number 22, Donadoni. Coming on the field, number
Griezmann.
79, Cristiano
Spread neatly.
Ronaldo.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's managed to get free. Delivered with swing. Cleared without hesitation. And he's had a hit!
Substitution
Great
for
effort,
Indonesia.
beautifully taken.
Rijkaard brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Number 21, Bergkamp.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, that pass isn't the best. Nakata, and this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's there! And that could well be the winner!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Davids in acres of space out wide. And he can clear it away. Knocks it into space. He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
After 80 minutes is number 21, Dennis Bergkamp.
Tunisia are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Dunk. Tries to pass it through. And that's another good win of the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Lovely pass, but can he... And the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Corner number 2 then. Bergkamp tries to clear. That is good strength. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Thailand looking to pass the... Shot, surely! Xavi Alonso.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Davids. Cross goes in there. Punched away. Yeah, they've got that defending done well between them. Isco.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Bergkamp. Knocks it out wide. Beckham. Now here's the delivery.
Oh, how that cross missed it.
And that is that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Bergkamp taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. And deservedly so.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting
so there
traffic
it
to be
is.
heavy
What
after the
struck you
final
most
whistle
about
today.
that?
Indonesia really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Donatoni. In with the challenge. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? That's a good ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh, no joy this time. He can get that clear. Tries to play it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's tried one! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Mateus! Well-timed, excellent interception. And claimed it back swiftly. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
First quarter of an hour gone. Davids. Bellingham. Kaka. Neither side yet able to find the net. That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. More and more pressure on the ball here. Knocks it into space. Kaka could try cutting inside. He gets big! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's gone looking for safety. No, he wasn't going to let him past. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Throw it. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Davids. Van Dijk does well to get it back. Threads one in. It's a threatening ball. Dembele! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, no, that is pretty much the end of that. Shot could go for a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Kaka. Now it's Kaka. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Time and again they are repelled.
Indonesia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Tries to pass it through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, it's come loose. Referee's given a throw. Passing is crisp and sharp, looking for a runner. And this is Dembele, played in with purpose. Abiati deals with that nice and simple. Lee Kang-in. Oh, well measured. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That has been cut short. And now the breakaway. Now it's Bellingham. Mateus. And the referee brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
19.
Indonesia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Substitution in progress.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Great vision. Great ball, and he's in here. Shot a goal! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Davids. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Indonesia still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Well, that looks a decent ball. Japan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Alexander-Arnold. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well read, nice interception. Davids, and they can counter here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Searching pass he's played there. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Indonesia do have a chance to counter here. Davids. Some resolute defending there.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
The goal scorer for Japan.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Substitution for Indonesia.
Japan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Indonesia are stuck in central state.
Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Kaká has got himself a free kick.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 5.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on the field is
Indonesia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Taking place.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Indonesia have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Half an hour gone in the second half. Bergkamp. And the counter is on. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. Now, what about a counter-attack? That is ended up in no man's land. Raul is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Japan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 20, El Haj Diouf. Number 8, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field,
Alexander-Arnold.
Number 79.
Indonesia are
Ronaldo.
certainly now looking
Number
like
16,
a sorry lot. They
Rodri.
haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Bernardo Silva. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. That has not gone well. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's the cutter!
Will be 3 minutes at a time.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Point-blank header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Bernardo Silva. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Damian. That's the end. Indonesia were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Well, here is one of the undoubted golden boys of Spanish football, the man from Madrid, the one they call El Niño.
Fernando Torres, absolutely one of the best finishers around. So strong, so quick. I'm expecting them to sit deep to try and nullify his pace here, but even then, it's going to be tough to defend against him.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a good ball out wide.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Goes for a shot! It's there! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. And he skips past his man. Gusto gets a cross in. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Can he get it through? Played out towards the right wing. He is through here. Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Madueke actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Gusto.
Indonesia are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Hazard, great ball and he's in. Hazard! It's a goal! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Indonesia with the corner, they're first. That's a half-decent try. That has ended up in no man's land. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Hazard, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Neymar. Isco going face-to-face with his great rival. He's through here. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? He's scored! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Isco gets into a good position. Shot a goal! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Knocks it into space. Madueke. Indonesia have a free kick. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Over to the left. And this is Torres. Played back in. That is a brilliant interception. Rijkaard gets it clear. Van Dijk. And here's Azar. And he can clear it away.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Cleared without complication. And he's had it nicked away. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Knocks it out wide. He's a sharp little ball here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And there is the half-time whistle. Indonesia are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So we're just settling back into this second half. Bergkamp on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a 3rd.
He looks a really hungry player right now. Van Dijk. Gusto. Oh, good spread. In with the challenge. Donatoni. Xavi Alonso. And he plays one through. He's got away. Oh, what has happened here? Can he stop it going out? Well, they've got it again. Azar. And it's Davids. This looks promising. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Xavi Alonso is behind this one.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable. This could depend on the amount of power.
Davids! Fantastic from Davids! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they've got their lead back. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Indonesia get themselves into the lead. And here's Torres. That's a little off target. Donatoni. Davids. And the through ball. Oh, he's bustling through here. Azar. Neymar.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Davids. And the counter is on. It's a throw-in.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 22, Donadoni. Coming on to replace
That
him
is good strength.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Plays it through. Isco is onto this.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Is number 16, Rodri.
Back into the middle. Now it's Isco. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Bergkamp. Bergkamp! It's hit the upright. Oh, this looks sharp. Now he's off and running. Neymar. Indonesia will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. And it's Isco. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Neymar. And he's being shifted off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Chiellini. Coming on to replace him is number 3, Maldini. Substitution in progress.
That has not gone well. And that's a goal kick. Carvajal. Davids. Well, that looks a decent ball. Thinks about the shot. He's onside.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's in on great chance. Now it's Nakata. Davids. Oh, shooting chance.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard. And it's Isco.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Okazaki looking to run onto it. Maldini gets it away. Bergkamp. And this is Okazaki. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's taking no chance. It's Isco! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Stood up well to him there. Danger averted for now. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Well spotted.
Adams. And here's Okazaki. Isco.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
This could be their final throw of the dice. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Grealish! finish right from the top draw. They have stolen level at the last. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught them.
And that will be the final act. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish.
Bergkamp.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello,
the fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Arsenal.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
Well, Michael Owen is, of course, likely to be the key player here, Peter. The mere sniff of a chance and he's away.
Who's arguing phenomenal pace as well.
Well, his pace was his game, really. It makes defenders nervous knowing that at the slightest misjudgment, he's probably uncatchable.
And he uses it with such intelligence. There are few able to do that, aren't there?
I totally agree with that. There aren't.
Zanetti calmly anticipates. And it's Xabi Alonso. And he's on his... and the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Tunisia with the corner. They're first. Keeper has taken decisive action. Ball driven towards the far post. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. He might be in here! Real chance! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Indonesia really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Corner number 2 then. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. And the pass is intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass. He's in a good position here. Steep Robson! Goal! Arsenal! First blood drawn. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A heavy challenge. It's run loose here. Oh, and he shoots! And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Indonesia grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback.
And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Xavi Alonso. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Indonesia do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And he's managed to get rid. Robson. Great ball if he can get there. Gets his head on it! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And claimed it back swiftly. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Bergkamp is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Looking for the run. And he's there to belt it away. Tries to pass it through. Zanetti. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he was quick to react. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. He's found a way through, but he's made sure that's not getting through. Donadoni. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Half-time getting close now. Owen. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's no flag. And that was very necessary. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Just eases him off the ball. Koulibaly. And he skips past his man. Looking to play him in. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, cracking ball. Can he finish? Zanetti gets it away. There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, that's fabulous. And they've got rid. Xavi Alonso. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Maldini cuts it out. Donadoni has created one goal already. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Donadoni! Oh, that's superb. Referee has just said play on. And that is a little undercooked. And he's in on goal, tries a shot! Sticks it away! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Indonesia take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Madueke. Just about up to the hour now. Now it's Neymar.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He won't be happy with that one. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Played back in. Neymar. Robson.
That's good play from him.
Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Zanetti, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that could set him on his way. And he was alert to it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Carvajal is always looking to play quality balls. Shifted it to the flank. He's picked his way through. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 22.
Probably be looking to play it square from here.
Number
I think it
10.
looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Number 8.
Oh, brilliant stop from
Coming on the
Pickford.
field, number 7. Hirotoshi Nakata.
They may end up with some
Number
regret with this
79,
tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Number 16, Rodri.
Neymar. And it's Neymar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the keeper takes decisive action. And now the breakaway.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He is through here. Drives it in. Oh, he's been... And a chance! They've done it! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on the field is
quite a thriller this one's
11,
become.
Neymar.
Arsenal really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Nakata, and he's straight offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nakata. Oh, that's... He's had a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Just the keeper to beat! Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Carvajal gets into some space. That has been knocked clear. Arsenal have reclaimed it. And this is Xabi Alonso. And that is as far as it goes. Indonesia have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Those of you